All right, dudes and dudettes, you glorious Rascallion resonators, you absolute legends. My name is FOXSOL. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Wuthering Waves, and hopefully wherever you're at, you're having a tremendously fantastic and glorious day. All right, the topic I want to throw on the bar today is a topic that pretty much I saw a video because someone shared it with me from another content creator about, Kuro's endgame changes everything. Well, that actually got me to thinking and wanted to actually present a different perspective to this topic is what is Kuro's endgame for Wuthering Waves? Because to me, when it comes down to it, there is multiple questions that wraps around to the end game. Where is the end game? What is the end game? Is there even an end game in Wuthering Waves? And there's different perspectives. Like when I talk to different people about, hey, what you think the end game of Wuthering Waves is, each person, I've talked to has a different answer for it. So I figured that we'll just go ahead and make a video. We'll title this, what is the end game for Wuthering Waves? And for you guys that's watching this video, I would like to hear it from you. Write down in the comment section below what your thought pattern, just what you believe the true end game of, Wuthering Waves is, and let's have this conversation. So, without further ado, grab a cold one, kick those feet up, and let's dive into the conversation. Alrighty, so again, what is in general Wuthering Waves end game? Some people may say it's going to be the Overdrive Tower. Some others may go ahead and say that it's the co-op event that is, the end game for Wuthering Waves. Other people may just go ahead and say, hey, it's building up my echoes, getting the most perfect echoes I can. That is their end game. I think that it's a very subjective, very different answer that a lot of people will produce. Because in the end schemes of everything, I don't believe Wuthering Waves has a true end game. That's my true thought pattern behind it. I think Wuthering Waves is building up ideas. It's building up that solution, and it's going to take some time before we see, different events that are permanent that comes in that is going to give out good, decent amount of rewards and stuff like this in general for us to continue playing every single day. To me, when you get to a certain level in Wuthering Waves, that's just what I'm going to say. You get to a certain level in Wuthering Waves, the end game does no longer exist. Your end game, when you're at a low UL level, the end game can be straight up doing 100% exploration in the game. The end game can be a lot of different other components that typically, we don't recognize the loss of until we complete it. Like, I'll put it like this. I've played Wuthering Waves since the day of its release. And I've always fell in love with it. And I've always stayed, oh man, there's so much to do. There's so much to do. There's a lot of things to do. Like, I'll never get bored of this, There is so much. And then, UL level 20, UL level 30, 40, 50, 60. And then getting into the 70s, guess what? All those things that I was playing before that I was considering my end game is no longer my end game. There's no incentive to go back. And I think that is where a true end game has not been established yet in Wuthering Waves, that Wuthering Waves still suffers through the same core aspect and problems that Genshin does. Genshin, from my understanding from talking to multiple people, doesn't have an end game. And Wuthering Waves, I feel, is in the same boat. You see, I'll talk about this game every now and then in videos, which is Devil May Cry Peak of Combat, that has their own version of a co-op boss raid that was something that you did on the daily. And the idea behind it, and I've shown this on stream a couple of times, and if you ever, pop in a stream and ask me about it and you want to see it, just let me know. I'll show it to you. It don't take long. I could pop the game on for 5 minutes and complete it and show you exactly what I'm talking about. But it had an end game, and it used the idea of the community itself to produce this end game. And it was a boss raid that gave you daily rewards, right? It said, hey, look, come join us, come get daily rewards. And each day, the rewards sometimes weren't too big. You could do it up to 12 times. And then even after you got the reward, you still had an incentive to continue playing it, because it still gave you, for up to like 3 or 4 more times, what was called assisting rewards, which were lower level rewards that were nowhere near as big as the main rewards that you have already collected. But it was just straight up exchange tokens, to where you can go to the store, you can save them up, and you can use them in the store for different things, whether it was buying more pools for, summoning a character, whether it was in general just using them to, buy more credits, buy in more, materials to build up a character. Whatever it was in the exchange store, you were able to use the exchange tokens. But we had the incentive to where every single day we would play, the boss raid. We would get our primary rewards, which whatever it was, because it was all a random gotcha that came through for the rewards. And then we would continue playing for just to, grind out and get these exchange tokens. So that way, either we save them for another couple of weeks or whatever till we could buy the big thing that we want, or we would go blow it and just go get, the stuff that we needed now. But it was an incentive to continue playing. Right now, I am UL level 77, close to 78. And my end game right now is like pretty much completing this right now, which is the Pioneer podcast. This is pretty much my end game right now, is to come here and just claim all these rewards as best as I can. My old end game was 100% exploration. Get every single chest, every single side quest, every single bolt fly puzzle thing completely done in every little area. And, well, that's been accomplished. That end game's gone. No more end game. Tower Versity was also an end game. Heck, we could take a look right here, Tower Versity 3030, the overdrive tower that people are talking about. Oh, this is a great end game. I completed it day one with really no thought process, because my units are pretty much built up. They have their skill trees and everything pretty much taken care of, done. So pretty much for someone like myself, that end game is over and done, and it will be eventually for you. So what do I have? Weekly challenges. You could do this all in the day. When it comes to the tactical hologram bosses, there's no real incentive to go back and play them. They're all completed. 6 of 6 on every single one. So this leads me to say, where is the actual end game of WutheringWaves? And that's why I say I want comments from you guys to tell me, what do you believe is WutheringWaves end game? I don't think it has one right now. Whether you believe that, okay, this is the end game, whether you believe that events such as, the co-op right here is an incentive, that this right here is the end game. Well, I think that this possibility future-wise, this could be an end game, but I mean, right now, to go play with other people and to do matchmaking, there's no real reward for someone like myself to come in here and be like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and play, WutheringWaves and stuff right here over and over and over again. Let's play the co-op over. What's the incentive? The only incentive that I got right now is that I am bored. This is a pretty cool mode, and let's just go ahead and do it. I figure right now, you know what? Since these people want to play, we'll just go ahead and play. But that's why I said, to me, having conversations with people is like, some people are going to say, you know, well, building a character while you're waiting for the next one, that's the end game. And you know what? I agree with that. Right now, that is considered the end game. But I'd like to know from your perspective. Yeah, from the basic chat perspective right now, guys. Where is the end game for you guys completely at? That's all. Do you think that, you know, the co-op right here is your end game? I mean, I would love this to be the end game. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if they made this the end game, I think that honestly would be one of the best things that ever came from this, because I could see the potential of creating a boss raid mode from this, and in general just having a lot of us just play it. And we got the monkey. We're gonna go in. Monkey already killed me once. Try to break his bar. Ow. I was mashing a little bit there, but still, goddamn. Monkey just said, nope, we're gonna bust your butt right in the damn wall. Like, this is actually one of my favorite modes so far, and it's rare right now, because I know that pretty much, like, here it is again, there's no incentive. It's pretty rare to find fights right now in the co-op mode, because you're not getting any additional rewards. So what makes it to where someone like yourself, someone like me, wants to continue playing this? Some people, I'm gonna be honest, they just don't want to work with other people. They just want to do it for that one-time show and be like, hey, I got my rewards. Wow, I dived into the ground. Boy, I'm dying so much right here. It's beautiful. Actually, yes, to be honest, like, I honestly think this is actually, it's not hard. It's just that trying to talk and trying to do this at the same time is not actually easy. Like, you need to focus on your dodging. You need to focus on a lot of different things at one time. And thankfully, this one right here went ahead and straight up did the exploit to freeze time, so that way we could do this. Yeah, we're done. Like, this is what I hope. I hope that they find a way of making this mode an actual permanent mode that in general, future wise, becomes the end game. Take from Devil May Cry. Turn this into something to where, you know, every day, you know what, you just got to give us, you know, it doesn't have to give us much. You can give us resonation potions. You can make it cost weight plates at that point in time if you really, really want it to. Like, you can turn that into the end game. But like I said, I don't think at this point in time WutheringWaves has an end game. I think it suffers from the same thing as Genshin Impact, that the true end game of WutheringWaves is pre-farming and preparing for the next patch. And at the same point in time, it's the same thing where you just go kill mobs and you collect flowers. So hopefully, Kuro, you know, we'll take from what they have done so far and in general create something, you know, that will be something that will be more of an incentive for some people like myself to want to consistently play this every single day. That's all I'm saying. But I digress. Let me know in the comment section below, what is your thought pattern of what the true end game of WutheringWaves is, what you see it being, or what do you want it to be? I like to hear that. All right. Well, guys, take it easy. Have a good one. And above all else, keep it real, keep it classy, keep it jazzy, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.